And the first thing I want to talk to you about it is at what point, so you're doing this angel investing, and at what point did you say, I think I want to start a new company? Was it around a specific idea? Was it just, hey, I want to get this going again? Where did it spark from?
So I think that, part of the problem that I had, maybe it's ADHD or something, but I've always had a hard time. I've always had too many ideas running through my brain, and a lot of them really suck. And we've built some of them and never launched them. Jeff, one of my co-founders of Milk, is back there, and we built one actually at Milk, and we never launched it. But I'll tell you about it if you want to hear it.
Yeah, no, we'd love to hear about it. Yeah.
All right. So we built this
awesome.
extension. What were we calling it? Pika, that's right.
Pika. Love it.
Okay, so we built this Chrome extension called Pika, and essentially what it would do is that it would install this bar at the bottom of your screen once you install it in Chrome, and as you're browsing around the web, you could essentially say that I'm okay with sharing with my friends that I'm here. So anytime I'm on TechCrunch and any of these articles, I'm okay with the domain of TechCrunch, right?
Okay.
And so there'd be this little countdown clock, and it would count down from 10 down to 0. And if you didn't say stop, it would automatically share out where you were on the web. And so you're sitting there, and we install it with a bunch of friends, and you see like your friends' icons, and they'd be like checking their Gmail and like doing all these random things. And then you get these
That takes a turn for worse.
It can, and we learned that. And then you get these
Jeff's friends mostly, right?
You get these 3 bombs, like a little tiny bomb, like an explosion, per 24 hours. And a bomb essentially forces your friends to a web page. So if you found something really cool, you could drop a bomb, and it would open a new tab, and all your friends would be on the same page. And then it would make this explosion sound. It would be like you just got bombed. It was a horrible product.
The bomb is what it is.
It is a horrible product, but it was fun to develop, and that was something where, I'm
in for $100, $200. What can I?
We got together and we started thinking about, okay, well then you could have like loyalty reward programs around this. So if I spend enough time on the New York Times, then they can give me like a free subscription. Or we're thinking about all these different things we could do with it. Ended up being a bad idea. We killed it off. But we realized that we really like rapidly prototyping out ideas.
Yeah.
Like, why not try a bunch of different stuff? Daniel Burka, who was my old creative director at Dig, he had since left and joined Stuart Butterfield from Flickr to work on Glitch.
Yeah.
He was there for like a year, realized he didn't really like video games that much, and then he was interviewing at Facebook and a few other companies, and he was like, well, I'm considering a startup again. I'm like, well, if you're considering a startup, like, let's get together and the 3 of us can go and launch something and just, have our own little labs company where we churn out 2 or 3 ideas a year, and some will fail and some might be cool, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And so then you guys, this was your first thing, which you killed immediately, I'm imagining.
Yeah, we didn't even launch it.
Yeah. And then where did Oink come from? Where did the idea for Oink come from?
So Oink, I was sitting at a restaurant and I was having an amazing burger, and I remember thinking, like, it's a shame that I can't tell anyone about this burger. Yeah, I can Instagram it, but that kind of goes out and then it just dies away down the path. Like, I want something that, like, at this location, when you get at a place, you can say, what is the best thing here? And what have my friends tried here before? And then if there's anyone that I look up to, like a food critic or, a celebrity or something, what have they had here, right? Yeah. And then I was thinking, well, this burger's awesome. I know it's the best burger, but what if we take this item and allow it to be compared against other similar items? So how does this rank against all other burgers in San Francisco, all other burgers within 5 miles? And so we started out with a pretty rough prototype, and then we started taking pictures of all kinds of random stuff, and we invited in like 20 or 30 of our friends. And then, one of our friends went to a theme park and all of a sudden was rating his favorite roller coasters, and we were like, whoa, that's a weird use case we haven't seen before. And then we saw another person that was rating like their hygienist and like taking pictures of them, and I was like, well, that's strange. And then and it was like under the tag like dentist or whatever, and then there was a ranking of dentists, and we were like, this could be pretty cool if we allow people to, part of the problem I always had with Yelp is, you go in there and you look at the star rating and you kind of judge it based on what you see in the stars, but to get at the meat at what you really want is like buried in those reviews, and they were really long, sometimes multi-page reviews, and I wanted a really lightweight, more more mobile-friendly way to do that.
Yeah.
And so we just got the domain name Oink and decided to launch that.